In this demonstration, we are going to identify the essential fundamental motor skills and their components, select activities to teach fundamental motor skills, provide specific feedback to students, evaluate student learning, and record student progress in a clear and understandable way. In this particular presentation, we are going to be focusing on the leap. The leap is one of 11 main motor skills that are most essential for primary school students to master. And as you can see in the video, the aim of a leap is to spring from one position to another. First, we're going to cover why a leap is fundamental to student learning and movement. And this is because it is a building block for the more complex skills that children need to know to be able to progress their motor skills. So skills such as the leap assist with their activity levels in school and the sport activities, and they are able to participate in more games and activities. As teachers, we are aiming to have students master the skill rather than just experience it. It is recommended that the leap is introduced during year 1, which is ages 6 to 7, and then be mastered by the end of year 3, which is ages 8 to 9. During the early primary school years, which is prep to grade 3, students must be given this opportunity to learn the essential motor skills, and this is because later learning is dependent on it. If students do not master the leap, then optimum development of higher level skills will not occur. Also, students might be less willing to learn the more complex motor skills and avoid these activities altogether, and then students will lose interest in physical education altogether. And they might reject participating in PE as part of their lifestyle. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate actually how to do a leap. And to start off, Amy is the teacher here, and it may be useful to add any modifications of equipment required to teach the leap. Amy has included a small yellow dot to show students where to start the leap and a hoop to show students where to end up in the leap. So we've got 2 points that we want the students to start off with and end with as well. So here we've got Amy teaching Jaymie how to do a leap, which is jumping from one position to another. Amy is going to begin by teaching the foot and arm movements without actually moving the entire body. We don't want to overcomplicate the movement for the children, so this is why Amy is breaking it down. So starting off with the arms extended out and with your opposite leg taking off from one foot, landing on the opposite foot. We're going to repeat that movement a few times so that Jaymie can actually fully understand it before putting it all together. At the same time, we want to ensure that the eyes are focused forward, as Jaymie is showing now, along with the body in a forward-facing position. Just in regards to teaching the leap, along with other fundamental motor skills for that matter, we can see that Amy has maintained a close proximity to Jaymie the entire time. Amy has made sure that Jaymie can visibly see the movements while keeping them short and understandable. So when we're teaching, it is very important to allow the student to see the whole movement, and especially for students learning the leap at ages 6 to 7. It might confuse them for a teacher to be opposite them. So by standing next to the teacher, the student can easily see which hand and which foot to use, and then basically just copy it from there. So ensuring that the students have the movements correct before putting it all together and trying it out themselves, we're going to have Amy actually demonstrate the leap so that Jaymie can see it before she tries it out, so she has something to base her first attempt off. It is natural for children to make errors when trying to master the leap, and as teachers, we need to correct students in a constructive way. We want to keep students confident and motivated to keep on improving. So when we're talking about feedback, we don't only mean saying things like great job or B+. We're talking about how to correct student errors so that they can learn in the future without destroying their confidence. We want to praise what they have done well, but also give educational and understandable feedback to what they need to improve on. For Jaymie's first attempt at a leap, she's done a great job. we can see as she starts out that her body and eyes are faced forward, which is exactly what we want. So she's got a great foundation, but she's using the same foot and arm to take off. So we want the opposite. So in this scenario, the arm she should be extending is her left, not her right. But other than this, it is a great leap. She sticks her landing very well, but we just need to focus on using the opposite arm and leg for the next leap. Jaymie starts out really great in this attempt with her eyes and body faced forward. The only thing that we need to improve on for next time is really extending those arms and legs. Instead of restricting them, we really want to stretch them out and get the most out of our leap. We don't want it to look like a hop. We want to actually jump. So Jaymie's got all the right building blocks for a perfect leap here. She just needs to work on her extension a little bit more. Jaymie's doing great in this attempt with the opposite foot and arm extending, looking forward to, and her body is forward as well, which is great to see. We just want to really make sure that Jaymie's getting that spring and elevation in the push-off. So just going to tell Jaymie to make sure she's jumping and pushing off as much as she can. In this attempt, we can see that Jaymie's getting some spring and elevation in her leap, which is great. She has the idea of the opposite arm and leg, however, her body lean is a bit too exaggerated. So we want to keep the arms and leg straight. We want to extend them at the same time. And we're going to tell Jaymie to keep her leap looking like a pretty ballerina's. So give her a visual to try and remember the next time she's doing a leap, and probably make it fun as well. Maybe even give her a laugh too when we say that. This attempt is perfect. We can see lots of spring and elevation in her leap. We can also see that Jaymie's body and eyes are facing forward. She's still using her opposite arm and leg to leap, and she stuck the landing as well. The leap is a very important fundamental motor skill because it assists children in their development. When they learn these skills like the leap, their confidence and their ability to participate in physical education increases. And then that means that their physical, mental, and social health increases as well. Leaping is compiled of many steps, and it is important to teach each step separately and clearly in order to achieve optimal outcomes for the student. We want to ensure that we are in close proximity to the student when we're teaching, making sure we actually demonstrate how to do the leap. And also to ensure that when correcting a student's leap, we're using constructive and educational feedback to keep their confidence levels up. For more information regarding the leap, we encourage you to check out the Get Moving with Mini Moves booklet on the Northern Sydney Local Health District website.